This wouldn't make it past network censors today. Neither would this.
Can you change you, like me?
And definitely not this. Are we too sensitive now?
Poo-poo.
Or was some classic TV actually insane?
And you're the queen.
Classic TV is a time capsule. Brilliant, beloved, but sometimes a little yikes. I'm talking about moments so shocking, you'll wonder how millions of families gathered around their TVs to laugh at them every week.
Look at all these in here. There's enough in here to make a Tarzan movie.
We're not here to cancel anyone. We're here to explore how dramatically our culture has shifted.
Did you see that bartender? He's a flaming queen.
Is it justified or an overreaction? Buckle up and let's dive in.
Gee, thanks for the big hello.
Let's start with Archie Bunker. He made prejudiced comments about virtually every minority group.
My day, nobody went around calling themselves Chicanos, Mexican-Americans, Afro-Americans. We was all Americans. After that, if a guy was a jig or a spick, it was his own business.
But he was deliberately written as a bigot to make viewers uncomfortable by showing how ignorant it sounded.
Oh, that'd be the day when this country sits down with a nation of chink ping pong players who don't believe it.
The controversy was the point.
There's one thing Archie Bunker ain't never gonna do, and that's break bread with no jungle bunnies.
The risk? Not everyone gets satire.
For your information, England is a fag country.
When Archie drops a slur and the audience howls,
You're colored.
did the scene attack the prejudice or accidentally celebrate it?
Archie, that's out and out hate.
Hate! What has any of this got to do with hate, you dumb Polak?
The best episodes made the target crystal clear.
Now you look at me. You figure me for prejudice guy?
If you were prejudiced, you'd walk around thinking that you're better than anybody else in the world. But I can honestly say, you ain't better than anybody.
The buffoon is the bigot, and the joke is on him.
1, 2, 3.
But even with that context,
What's some more for day?
A freak with a little too much of each and not enough of neither.
can you imagine this airing on TV today?
Gee, I couldn't have said that better myself.
Archie's bigotry was intentional, but elsewhere on television,
I am the Sheik of Araby.
casual prejudice was woven into the fabric of many beloved shows. F Troop featured white actors playing Native Americans with exaggerated broken English.
What warpath? Want to sell him the whiskey?
In fact, Native Americans were often presented as over-the-top caricatures.
Me Apache. Huh? Me actor. Who do I have to scalp to get off this show?
Asian representation was even worse.
Doctor, what do you recommend for the Hong Kong flu?
Variety shows regularly featured performers doing crude impressions. The audience didn't see racism, they saw comedy.
Good evening, ladies and Caucasians. I am Alan King's sister, Chung King.
Then there's the General Lee. A car decorated with the Confederate flag wasn't considered controversial in 1979. It was just Southern flavor.
Get it?
The Dukes were presented as good old boys, fighting corrupt authority. But that rebel flag told a different story to many who saw it as a symbol of oppression, not rebellion. And if Confederate flags didn't raise eyebrows, neither did turning someone's sexual orientation into a punchline.
I don't like it here. Will you stop being silly? Please. Come on.
Shows regularly used gay panic as cheap laughs.
Daryl has a problem.
No kidding. There are thousands of homosexuals in Chicago.
Oh, boy.
Where are you going, Mr. Collins?
New York.
What seemed harmlessly silly then now reads as reinforcing harmful stereotypes.
I'm not an interior decorator.
No, I thought all you fellas were.
What fellas?
You know, Tinkerbell.
Three's Company built its entire premise around Jack pretending to be gay so he could live with two women.
What are you doing?
I'm loosening up my wrist.
I didn't know you guys had a practice.
The joke wasn't the clever deception. It was that being perceived as gay was treated as inherently hilarious and panic-worthy. But casual prejudice was just the beginning. What comes next was far more explicit.
The minstrel show, the wholesome and fascinating form of entertainment which has been used in churches and schools and clubs all over the country for many, many years.
For nearly 100 years, minstrel shows were America's most popular form of entertainment. White performers in blackface creating racist caricatures that shaped how millions of people viewed Black Americans. Despite its decline, if you're over 40, there's a good chance you watched blackface on TV as a kid and didn't even realize it. If you're younger, you're about to see clips that will make you question how any of this ever made it to air.
What are you doing here now?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Black and White Minstrel Show.
Let's start with the most jaw-dropping example, the Black and White Minstrel Show on the BBC in England. It wasn't a fringe program. It ran for 20 years in primetime slots.
If they say I'm too old for you.
We're talking about white performers in full blackface singing to audiences of 21 million viewers at its peak.
Alexander back from Dixie.
20 years of this. On the BBC, in living memory. Also from British TV,
We see.
Benny Hill.
And we don't want the United Nations review.
He regularly featured blackface for various characters, treating racial caricature as just another costume in his comedy toolkit. Watching this today is a deeply uncomfortable experience for most. The crude stereotypes that audiences once found hilarious now feel shockingly offensive. But was America much better?
What a thrill it is to be here.
Billy Crystal's popular Sammy Davis Jr. impression involved full blackface. The intent wasn't malicious, but it was still a white performer in blackface on national TV. And consider Soap, a groundbreaking series praised for boldly exploring subjects like homosexuality and adultery that other shows wouldn't touch. Yet even this progressive sitcom included a scene with a blackface gag.
Jessica, it's me.
Chester, you are not a Negro.
I know that, dear. We're rescuing Billy.
And then we're all going downtown to pick up some white women.
They presented it as simply one more taboo to push for comedic effect.
Some of my best friends are Negroes.
Or consider Bewitched's 1970 episode, Sisters at Heart. It won an Emmy Award for its anti-prejudice message.
You all right?
The irony? It featured multiple characters in blackface as part of its solution to racism.
What's going on here?
Then there's The Golden Girls, a show loved for its progressive values.
Oh, my Lord.
This is mud on our faces. We're not really black.
This wasn't meant to be racist. It was supposed to be innocent physical comedy.
You got something against black people?
Of course not. And I resent the insinuation, while we firmly believe that all men are created equal.
But the visual impact reveals how casually even progressive shows handled racially charged imagery. From All in the Family in the 70s to The Man Show in the early 2000s,
Karl Malone worked out hard.
Television kept treating blackface as acceptable comedy material, right up until society finally said enough.
You realize this is incredibly offensive.
Yes.
And you realize blackface makeup reignites racial stereotypes African Americans have worked for hundreds of years to overcome.
Here we go.
Reflecting the ongoing debate about context versus content, Tina Fey personally requested the removal of 4 30 Rock episodes featuring blackface. Netflix and Hulu pulled episodes from Community and Scrubs. Some are still missing from streaming. So we're still struggling with this today.
What up?
What seemed like harmless entertainment to millions now feels shockingly offensive. A reminder of how dramatically our cultural standards have shifted.
This is regrettable.
What have we here?
Here's where things get interesting. One type of content from the classic TV era that's largely survived.
You busy Saturday night?
Men in drag for comedic purposes.
Well, I must say you two are a gruesome twosome.
It's one of the most common safe laughs.
I'm home, Mama.
A guy in a dress.
I've become a medium.
Really, I would have guessed an extra large.
Sometimes it was a running bit.
Linger, where did your mother and I go wrong?
Sometimes just a one-time joke.
Putting on a woman's dress? That's funny? I think that is a terribly cheap way of getting laughs.
Geraldine, is it true that blondes have more fun? Not in my neighborhood.
Flip Wilson's Geraldine Jones in the early 70s was a swaggering, fully drawn persona.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Hugely popular and culturally influential.
He's tall and handsome.
You leaving out the best part.
He's tall, dark, and handsome.
The comedy came from Geraldine's confidence and wit, not from mocking femininity itself.
Well. You have to admit, this is a great apartment. Yes, but I'm dressed like a woman.
Bosom Buddies built its entire premise around two guys cross-dressing to live in a women-only apartment building.
Just us girls.
Yes, that's Tom Hanks in his first big role. But the show sent mixed messages. Sometimes it explored gender stereotypes thoughtfully.
I make all the wrong choices. Wrong jobs, wrong men.
Is anyone else getting very warm?
Other times, it fell back on tired jokes about men being awkward in dresses and high heels.
I gotta use the John, and I don't know which one to use.
As society's understanding of gender evolves, some critics worry that drag reinforces stereotypes about women. Or makes light of transgender experiences.
What does it say? It says I've examined you and found you to be a transvestite and a homosexual.
But others see it as the opposite. Comedy that actually breaks down gender expectations and celebrates fluidity.
Como un booty call.
It's one of the few areas where there's still genuine debate about what's acceptable.
I made the best woman win.
Shows like RuPaul's Drag Race celebrate creativity and self-expression. And Tyler Perry's Medea character is hugely successful.
I'm sorry.
I can't wait to share my life with you, to become entwined with you at every level.
And Portlandia features Fred Armisen regularly appearing in drag without controversy. So maybe cross-dressing comedy has survived because the best examples aren't about the costume, they're about the performance. Instead of just laughing at a man wearing a dress, we're celebrating the skill it takes to create a believable, entertaining character. So, are we too sensitive now about classic TV?
That's a bunch of baloney.
I don't want to condemn the people who made these shows.
I think it's disgusting.
Many were actually pushing for progress within the constraints of their time.
I'm gay.
And some of today's impulses to cancel feel excessive to me, because we lose nuance when everything becomes a blanket ban. Yet, other changes are clearly necessary.
Now you got the message.
We don't have to cancel our memories to update our values.
Good, I knew it.
We can hold two truths. These shows are cultural landmarks. And some parts hurt people.
We are Americans equal to you. Equal to me? You ain't even equal to him.
The fix isn't to pretend it didn't happen. And the fact that we're even having this debate, that's progress.
Ta-ta!